The story so far. Turns out we had a surprise witness on our hands. The victim himself, the storyteller. Then again, nothing surprises me anymore. That is going to be either Phoenix or Maya. It doesn't seem as hyper as writing as Maya would usually be, so I'm thinking it's probably Phoenix. The secret behind Labyrinthia, the legendary fire, witches, magic, and finally, the power of love. And, you know, Bezella, obviously. The veil was just about to be lifted off of these mysteries once and for all. Okay, everyone, it's high time we end this. Let's give Labyrinthia the fresh start it deserves and solve these mysteries. Yeah, I'm still a bit confused as to who actually was speaking then. Who knows? It shall be a mystery that shall go down throughout the ages. As we begin Chapter 10... Oh, it's not Chapter 10! As we begin Epilogue, the first story. I don't quite know what to say. So I shall say ellipses instead. Ellipses. Where's Luke in all of this? Like, Luke's just been kind of absent from the last chapter, even though Layton was there. I'm truly shocked. You can tell because this is my shocked face. To see the storyteller again, alive and well. This was unexpected by me too, as I did not plan to appear before you all again. I was convinced that you would all see the last of me at the parade. He speaks really slowly. But this is the trial for your murder! And you are alive! Yeah, see? No one was killed, so let's call the whole thing off and never have witch trials again. Oh, Maya, so cute. Pat on the head. Whoa, Maya. Take it easy, we're still in court, remember? But what's the point of this? The storyteller wasn't killed? This spell would never do anything to harm her dad.
Objection.
Layton's like, yes, you would. If only it was as simple as that to end this trial. However, it is not, Miss Faye. But Professor! Search your memory and you will know the reason why. The crime Miss Cantabella is accused of is not just murder. The purpose of the witches' court is to sentence the witches for what they are. Isn't that right, Mr. Storyteller? Sure. I fully intend to expose the true identity of Bezella. And this would not be possible without you, Mr. Storyteller, on the witness stand. And so you assumed the role of an Inquisitor just to lure me here. Be that as it may, the Inquisition still maintains that Espella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bezella. Whether or not this is true, I still have no idea. Dad! It's been a long time, Espella. 4 years, in fact. You must have experienced many hardships living among the townsfolk. Oh my god, I just realised. If this is the epilogue, this could be the very last recording session of the game. Wow, okay. Let's do this then, let's get serious. This daughter of mine never fits in with others, no matter how hard she tries. No, it wasn't quite like that. There were people who supported me. Aunt Patty was very kind, and the customers who came to our bakery were nice to me. And then there's Eve. I'm happy to hear that. I wanted to watch over you ever since you left for the town, but in the end I failed to do so. I had no idea of what was happening to you. Even though I was writing the story, I am very sorry, Espella. Oh, Dad, you don't need to apologize to me for anything. It's me who's you. Oh, they're having a moment, guys. They're having a moment. So cute. I was trying to hurt you. It was all my fault, not yours. There's no reason for you to blame yourself. Daddy! I'm so happy we got to talk. Man, Espella really has some daddy issues. Yeah, she really does have daddy issues. You were so busy writing everyone's stories. We stopped talking to each other. You never came to see me in the school play. Ah, you used to have time for me. Please forgive me. Why did it have to... Ah, he's all regretful and stuff. Okay. Mr. Storyteller, it's time to put everything in order now. The townsfolk and your daughter deserve to know the truth. The truth about yourself and the story. I suppose it is time I told you the truth. Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Storyteller! Let it begin. In this trial I shall be judged. We are gonna get some answers and truths. Oh my god. Amazing. I am so looking forward to this. The witness shall testify. People of Labyrinthia who have gathered in this court. I will now tell you the true story. But of course, because it's a court testimony, it has to have some contradictions in it, right? And that means that you're going to tell us a complete lie. Yeah! Many of you will certainly find it hard to believe and difficult to accept. Nevertheless, I ask you please lend me an ear and listen with open minds. The spell of my dear daughter, I ask you to do the same too. Oh my god, what was that camera rush? It's like zoom! It's like, it lasted 0.0002 seconds. At that point, it could probably just be a cut, rather than just a zoom! Whatever. The truth about Labyrinthia! Although you know me as the storyteller, I have one more identity. I am the Great Witch Bazal... No, wait. Got a bit ahead of myself there. I'm the president of Labrellum Inc. This whole town is one of Labrellum's research facilities. It may be hard for you to comprehend. This land is rich in a very special substance which affects everyone who lives here. This substance enables the manipulation of people's minds, and that is what Labrellum is researching. An experiment began 10 years ago. The townsfolk all became test subjects. Yeah, everyone's happy to hear that, right? I don't understand! What does it all mean? I don't quite understand what I've just heard. I do not blame you. I suppose all the townsfolk are just as confused. Labyrinthia is an artificial town created entirely by me. But of course, as artificial as it may be, it is the reality for those that live here. For the past 10 years, I have been bringing the illusion to life by writing the story. I am lost for words. It feels as if the whole world has been turned on its head. Every value I hold dear has been questioned, and I'm loving it. Your Honour, it is certainly not yet easy to master corrupt this situation at once. Regardless, I suggest we hear more of what the witness has to say. Yes, I agree. Let's continue. The defense will begin the interrogation. Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin. I guess we'll just press everything and hope for the best. I don't think I have any particular evidence that can disprove this, this pure insanity.
Hold it!
Well, we'll see if anything presents itself. Ellipses. Yeah, that was pretty much my thought on the matter as well. Labrellum Inc., that's a name I've heard before. It is a global pharmaceutical company with headquarters in England. If my memory serves me right, it was founded by Arthur Cantabella. That is my true name. We're familiar with that, Mr. Wright. Sure, yeah, you know, I've heard of England, you know. Labrellum Inc. is known for developing a completely harmless anesthetic about 20 years ago. It is now widely used at hospitals all around the world. I accidentally pressed that goddamn button again, because I've got to do that every single chapter at least once. The company is also working on various other plant-derived sedatives, revolutionizing medicine. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by your vast knowledge, Mr. Layton.
Objection!
That's irrelevant. That fact is just based on the real world we're from, not Labyrinthia. They're the same thing. Phoenix just doesn't get it, I don't think. See, this is why I'm on Layton's side. Phoenix is an idiot. The real world, Mr. Wright. Then what would you call the world we are in now? Do you think this is a fantasy? No, it's not quite what I meant. Mr. Wright, I do not mean to be so rude as to presume I know what thoughts are running through your head. However, Labyrinthia is certainly not a place within a book or in the past. Point! Labyrinthia is part of the world we know. But how can a town like this exist in the real world? Do you think it's impossible? Why would that be? Are you saying that everyone would know about an unusual town like this if it existed? It's something like that. Anyway, it would be on a map at least. No, I'm afraid that cannot be so. This town is not marked on any map. It doesn't officially exist. What do you mean? The answer is quite simple. So if I was to just get a map of England, there'd just be a complete blank city-sized white space in a certain place, surrounded by wood. I don't even. Hold it. I don't even. This whole town's a research facility. Yes, this whole area is a private property of Labrellum Incorporated. So they're all Islander then. That is why Labyrinthia is not marked on any map and people from the outside cannot enter. We have taken measures to ensure that this town is not noticed by local residents. Would that be what the Eldritch Woods are for? Consider the fact that magic is supposed to exist in this town. Perhaps special mechanisms that were used to create magic also serve to conceal Labyrinthia. There are limits to what magic the Shades are capable of producing on their own, after all. That is the case indeed. The magic in this town has been made feasible owing to the latest technology. Technology? Tricks! I cannot believe that. The judge is literally just sat up there going, I don't believe this! I don't understand this! I don't believe this! I don't understand it! I don't believe it! I don't understand it! Ah! That's it. That in my head canon, that is what the judge is doing up there. Doing that as well. I have weird headcanon sometimes. The judge is definitely contributing a lot to this conversation, I gotta say. However, there is one question. There is no industry in Labyrinthia. How do you obtain necessary commodities? Very observant, aren't you? All commodities are regularly shipped in by sea. A young man once made his way here on a freighter and took a speller out of the town. That was car accident. I see. But is something on the scale really possible? As you might suspect, it would be beyond the power of Labrellum Incorporated to keep a facility this size a secret for so long. Everything is a project co-funded by the British government. Well, that explains where all our tax money's going. Thanks a lot, government. But what would be taking this? It's all because of my beliefs. So what? They're getting at you because of your religion? Is that the... I don't believe this. I don't understand this. I don't get it. Oh, by the way. Yes, Your Honor. What is a research facility? I've never heard of anything like this before. Ah, yes, that was careless of me. Naturally, you wouldn't know what it means. This whole town is my creation. Oh, I don't get this. I don't understand. Oh, no, it's hurting my head. Oh. In other words, it's all your story. Yes, okay. I understand now. Getting back to the topic. There is an important reason why we have chosen to build such a facility here. This land is rich in a very special substance, and which affects everyone who lives here. This substance enables the manipulation of people's minds, and that is what Labrellum is researching. The experiment began 10 years... Oh wait, no, hang on, I need to go back to... Oh crap, I pressed two statements, I pressed that one, I pressed that one. Let's go for this one. The land is rich in a very special substance, which affects everyone who lives here.
Hold it!
I completely forgot we were doing a cross-examination then. A special substance, what does it actually do? This area has been isolated since ancient times, developing its own unique culture. There are underground ruins on the verge of the town. We found writings there, presumably left by the natives of this land. A bell that was supposed to be there was missing. Yeah, you know, there's ancient ruins left by ancient civilizations, like, all over the country, like... You know, anywhere you go, you know, you dig like 2 feet and then, oh, look, ancient ruins. Pretty much anywhere you go in England, it's amazing. So you have seen the ruins. I suspected that you would find them. And perhaps you have also noticed that everyone who lives here has a very peculiar condition. A peculiar condition, you say? I can't just sit here quietly like a patient old man when you're saying such things. I don't understand. Ah! You have every right to know. Every person in this town has diabetes. Oh, maybe not. This condition makes people fall unconscious upon the sound of a certain metal being struck. That's very specific. That's very specific. Metal? What kind of metal? Is it the metal that the Bell of Ruin is made out of? Pure silver. And so there is not a single object made of silver in Labyrinthia. Okay. But the Bell of Ruin is probably made out of silver. Just imagine what a disaster fancy dinner would be if everyone fainted when they used silver cutlery. This condition is an integral part of magic. All inhabitants of Eldritch Woods carry small silver bells. I see now. The shades ring the bells when they need to create the illusion of magic. Everyone present falls unconscious and the shades set to their work. Oh, look at where that shade's hand was! So that's the secret of the time-stealing magic Darklaw told us about. Now they mention it. Well, that's good to know. Kira had a small bell with her when we saw her back in the marketplace. We have been researching this condition at Lumbrellum Incorporated, and finally we discovered its cause. It was the groundwater. Water causes it? Oh, God damn that, dihydrogen oxide or something. Dihydrogen monoxide. Horrible stuff. The groundwater creates a certain unique substance found in the soil in this area. So if you drink the water, you get this silver algae thing? But of course we've been drinking it. It's impossible to live without water. Of course, that's why everyone who lives here has that condition. Oh dear. You needn't worry, this condition is harmless, especially as silver is unknown to the townsfolk. Something's still not quite right, though. If the sound of silver bells make people pass out, why don't the shades pass out too? They have their own water supply, right? Oh, well, maybe not. Wait, I don't know. Because they didn't know it was the groundwater, so why would they be giving them their own water? I don't know. Although the effect of the substance in the groundwater is powerful, it doesn't last long. The condition will vanish after a day or so without drinking that water. That is convenient! That substance's effects aren't limited to humans. It can also affect plants to a great extent. Really? See, now it's just getting silly. I was prepared to accept it. Okay. Yeah. Plants are affected by it. Our research was focused on the plants rather than humans. So, okay, this substance enables the manipulation of people's minds. Does that mean you get to control plants' minds? Oh my god.
Hold it!
Think of the power you could wield! Oh. That sounds really scary. What is this about? The substance enters the groundwater, affecting organisms that consume it. People who drink it daily acquire that odd condition. They fall unconscious upon hearing the sound of silver metal. Yes, although the substance in the groundwater also has a tremendous effect on plants. Wildflowers in this area contain a certain poison. Poison?! This poison doesn't harm the body, it has the effect of manipulating the mind. So it brainwashes people. I've been writing this story for 10 years. The title of the story is Historia Labyrinthia. The ink I used to write it was made from those plants. Really? Alright, go on then. Do you remember how funny that ink smelled? That is the gas released when the ink evaporates, and that's where the trick is. What? Those that inhale the gas become extremely susceptible to suggestion. You mean brainwashing? They will believe anything they are told or anything they read, however strange or unrealistic. It has been printed into their minds as the truth. So that was the true purpose of the parades. So he could literally have just stopped Layton at any time by just, getting a bell out and just being like, there we go, yeah, you're asleep now. That wasn't so difficult, was it, Layton? Pages of a story written out special ink were regularly distributed among the townspeople. It was done so that everyone would be in a state of hypnosis. What a nice guy the storyteller is. They created a fully controlled town with the inhabitants subject to long-term hypnosis. That is one of the topics for our research. Now the story is written in the hit story Labyrinthia. In the A to Z of Labyrinthia. Man, it's been a while since we mentioned that thing. I completely forgot I was supposed to call it the A to Z of Labyrinthia. You could call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, realised through the shade's work and the hypnotic effect of the ink vapours. Is that how it was all this time? But there's got to be a contradiction somewhere, because this is a court testimony. I'm still looking for it. There are a lot of contradictions, I gotta say. The realm used hypnosis to control all these people. I can't believe the government was supporting that. I can. I can quite easily. Oh, can we just borrow some of that ink from that plant there and put it on all our propaganda posters? Yeah, you know what, it's fine, yeah. Just write, vote for us in that ink. I can definitely see the government doing that.